came up here. I just wanted to put this out real quick. Uh, Shout out to Riders. I was chilling with her earlier this morning, and we was just she was reviewing some things, uh, and it just allowed me to think about being broken, right, and how brokenness is really in control of situations and minds of people, right? Because there's so many people that are so afraid to 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 heal themselves that they will remain broken. What do I mean by that, right? There's a lot of people that come on here and they try their best to add solutions or make a solution to a situation or to a problem. And it seems like it's being rejected. And for the most part, it's only because I think people are afraid to do the work. What do I mean by do the work, right? So, for example, if you're depressed, right, I know that that's a real thing. I understand all of that, right? But with depression, it allows you to remain broken because you don't have the energy or the effort to overcome that situation, right? You don't have the energy to say, you know what, I'm tired of being depressed. I'm going to figure out a way to do this, right? And one of the main problems I think that situation has is that we're trying to answer our own questions. And I think if we're being truthful with ourselves, we would understand if we allowed ourselves to get to this state by ourselves, well, by ourselves meaning that we go through it, not telling anybody how we feel or whatever the case may be. How do we think we're going to get out of it? Because we don't have the strength, we don't have the mental capacity, we don't have the love of self, we don't have any of these things. How can we get out of this brokenness of being depressed? Right? The same thing with addiction, right? If we're addicted to something and we depended on that, right? On it, whatever the addiction is, money, sex, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, how do we then expect ourselves to get away from that brokenness? Yes, I do understand that there are exceptions to the rules. Yes, I do accept that there are things that you can cold turkey it some of the time, right? But if we're speaking in majority, right, we know we have to stop making a minority a majority, right? So 1 out of 10 people that's doing that is not equivalent to 9 out of 10 that can't. But if we remain in the broken aspect, if we remain in this broken state of mind, how are we going to develop that? We have a broken foundation. We trying to put a piece of tape on a gaping hole, and we really can't do that. So when we try to come to a solutionary situation, when we try to make a table to a thing, nobody wants Scorp. What's going on, Scorp? Nobody wants to bring a chair, right? And we understand that togetherness is the thing that we need, or individualism is not the way to escape your brokenness, because you got yourself in there, and now you have to find a way out, right? There are people that's trying to throw lifelines. There are people that's throwing an olive branch. There are people that's throwing a lifeline to you, and for whatever reason, people don't want to accept it. I think the fact that people don't want to do the work is what allows the brokenness to become that gaping hole. It becomes that gaping hole because we're ashamed, we're embarrassed. But we ain't never embarrassed when we go out here and shake our asses and things like that to show the world that we straight, right? But soon as we become broken, I don't want to be a burden. Now you want to be a burden. You don't want to be a burden to somebody, but you want to be a burden to show that you had everything under control, right? We have to escape the broken mind, but a mindset that we can figure everything out on our own, because we're not supposed to figure everything out on our own. If we are supposed to have helpmates, if we are supposed to have people that's going to help us in our everyday lives, then we should understand that no person is an island, right? You need the assistance of someone to get to something, to be accountable for the life that you are trying to prepare for yourself, right? Just like you need a man, or a man needs a woman in order for them to create a child. So too is that equation equivalent when you're trying to get out of your brokenness, your brokenhood, your dare I say victim mentality, right? In order to become a victor, you must get out of your victimhood. In order to be healed, you must escape the brokenness that you are currently in, or if you are in one, right? How do we do that, right? We sit there, we seek the help that we need to strengthen the weakest link that keeps us there. So if you're depressed, try to find somebody find something that what makes you happy, what brings joy to your heart, what gives you the energy to say, you know what, I'm feeling a little bit better today, and seek it. You understand? You got to seek it to where it will be found. If you know where it can be found, don't hinder yourself from exploring that territory. Go in and see if it works for you. Just like the information that's given to you on a daily basis. If it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't, then you leave it for somebody else that's going to accept it and apply it to their life. So many times we're so worried about how people are going to look at us, how people are going to judge us. Stop worrying about how people are going to judge you, because guess what? When you're on a healing process, it's love that's going to get you through a thing. You sitting there keep saying that you're a burden. You can't be a burden to a loved one, right? If you know that that person loves you, ask them for assistance. And if you see a person that says that they're a burden, go and check on them, right? The problem sometimes we allow ourselves to be prideful, not even, well, prideful to the point to where it's on the borderline of arrogant and ego, right? And we will never ask for the help. And I'm saying, why not ask for the help? The only reason why you don't ask for the help is because you are broken. Commander, what up, Nine? It's because you're broken, right? And you're sitting there telling somebody that because you're broken, you don't want the assistance. But any other time you want the assistance, you want the assistance to help you to become a CEO. You want the assistance to become a professional basketball player. You want the assistance to pay your college tuition. You want the assistance to give you that job that you didn't even deserve. But yet, as soon as we turn around, we don't want the assistance to come out of our brokenness. Isn't that amazing? You want the help when you don't need it, but when you need it, you don't want it. This is what the problem is with with us as a people in totality, right? Because even when you're doing the right thing, you could still be broken, right? Shout out to certain people that came up on a panel and addressed this, but I'm going to use myself as an example, right? So I have a tendency of helping people, and that I truly care and love them, right? And then at the same time, I know it's a possibility that they can use me, but because I think I'm doing the right thing, I intend to be used in a certain manner to where you can consider it abuse, because they're taking your kindness for a weakness. Now I can admit that's a problem of being broken, because even if I'm doing the right thing, I know people are going to use my my care for a wrong reason. They're going to use my generosity for a wrong reason. And yet, as soon as you turn around and say, you know what, man, I ain't helping you no more, man. Fuck it, you stay where you at. Then you the bad guy, you the villain. Sometimes it's okay to be a villain, but at the same time, it's gonna bring you out of that brokenness, because now you painting a picture that no one can use and abuse you anymore. And if that means that you're gonna lose somebody because of it, then so be it. If you're gonna lose that friend, so be it. If you're gonna lose that family member, so be it. Because guess what the truth of the matter is? The truth of the matter is they're going to need you before you need them. And that's just the truth and the fact of the matter. So because there are people that's so broke that they don't want to be fixed, this may not be a message for you. But sometimes you got to wake the hell up. Wake up, everybody, because there are people out here that may want to be broken forever. There's people that want to be in their victimhoods forever. They don't want to be victorious. They want to fail the test and cry about it because they don't want to do the work to become a testimony. There are people out here that just don't care about themselves like that. Your love cannot bring somebody out of depression, anxiety, uh, 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 abusive situations. Your love can't do it. Why? Because your love for them cannot equivalate the low self esteem that they have. And it's not your fault, right? That's a brokenness that some of us have to fix. It doesn't matter if we see the good in people. It doesn't matter if their heart, if your heart is in the right place. I always say that, my intent can't trump nobody's feeling. The fact of the matter is I'm right. You want to know why I'm right? Because if I intend to help you come out of a broken state and you want to stay there, that's a feeling that you rather reside in instead of being whole and healed. I can't do nothing about that, right? And it's not about numbers. It's not about the views of a thing. Because guess what? I'm still gonna do what I need to do. I'm still gonna have these conversations. I'm still I'm still gonna put this out there just because somebody may need it. But for the person that wants to be broken, this is not for you. And that's just the true state of a matter. I'm not here to hinder anybody. I'm here to help. But when you understand that broken people are going to remain broken until they decide they want to heal themselves, you can't do nothing about it, right? It's nothing that I can do to decide that they want that. Like, I can't live off of their 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 projection, or their worth, or their potential. I can't live off of that. Just like people can't live off of my potential. Why? Because it doesn't pay a bill, and it doesn't pay your mental health to work on somebody else's potential. They gotta want that. I can't want it for. I would love for the entire world to be healed and saved and doing all these things. The fact of the matter is, there's going to be balance in the world, and the balance is that you're going to have some good people, you're going to have some bad people, you're going to have some great people, you're going to have some shitty people, you're going to have humble people, you're going to have humiliating people. These are just the facts of the matter. But that does not get to deter you from being who you want to be. If you want to be broken, this is not for you. I promise you. And if I'm going to be honest, I'm not for you. I've lost plenty of friendships. I've lost plenty of family members. I've lost a lot because I am who I am, right? It's not my fault that somebody wanted to touch the hem of my garment because they see that I want good for people and they don't want it. They want to be broken for the rest of their damn lives. I can't do nothing like that. I can't do nothing about that. So don't expect me to give you flowers while you're broken and then expect somebody to receive flowers when you're gone, because one, you won't be able to receive it, and two, you generally don't know who the hell cares about you or not. Why? Because you shut the valve of love off from you. You rather be broken than to be loved. You rather be broken than to be around a joyous or festive bunch of people. You want to be stuck in a rut instead of around people that wants the best for you. There's nothing I can do for that. And for those of you that are encouraging this nonsense, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to get the hell off of these apps. You need to just stop trying to talk to these people like you got it all when you don't. Like, it's enough is enough. Like, I get tired of seeing broken people trying to break down other broken people. How the hell does that work? That's like a blind man leading you in traffic. You can't see anything. You can hear it, but you don't know how close that car is. You can't see it. Your hearing is not up to par because you're hearing a noise doesn't mean you can see it. And that's what a lot of people are doing. And this is why a lot of people are crashing out. And this is why a lot of people is losing interest in certain healing process, because they just lose it all because you're around broken people. In order to heal, you must get away from the brokenness. Healing means you got to let that wound close, right? You gotta allow it to close. So if you are someone with a substance abuse, you have to stay away from the substance so you can heal from it. If you're a diabetic, you stay away from the sugar. Latoya, how you doing? Good afternoon. If you are diabetic, you stay from the sugary stuff. Why? Because you have to figure out a way to allow your pancreas to rework again. If that means you got to eat fruit for a month in order to bypass the pancreas so it can heal itself, then that is what you should do. But when you want to remain broken, when you want to be an when you want to remain an asshole, when you want to be a subservient to the oppression, that's a choice that only you can make. But don't get mad at people that want the best for you. Don't be mad at people when they turn around and say they love you enough to let you go down that road by yourself. Why? You should be happy because that's a choice that you wanted to make. You don't accept them for who they are. There's a bunch of people that love people that wants to. You hate the ones that love you and love the one that hates you. That's a broken person, right? When you just when you just decide that, man, enough is enough, and when you genuinely want that, when you genuinely want to step away from that brokenness, that person that cares is still going to be there for you. They can be upset. Well, of course, they're going to be upset. Why? Because they see a better version of you. They don't want to see you in that brokenness. But until you want to break out of that hole, until you want to break out of that crab in the barrel mentality, until you want the best for yourself, all other people can do is look for you, not look down on you, because nobody's looking down on you. We look down because you're in a down depression state. You're in a you're in the valley. We're trying to get you up here with us to the hill. We dropping the lifeline. We dropping the rope for you to pull yourself up. We want to be your anchor. But until you understand that you got that ball and chain of depression on your ankle, you're not gonna come to float. You're not gonna elevate out of that drowning stage. And that's the thing that we have to understand. Excuse me. Like I just you just get tired of seeing broken people trying to, they're trying to save face about being broken. Nah, that's not what nobody wants for you, right? I don't care what it is. And it's people like me and this is like more for me, as I tell y'all all the time. When I point a finger, three is pointing back at me. It's for me to understand that there's things that I can't do about that. So I need to fall back from people. It's not because I don't give a damn about you. It's not because I don't care. It's not none of that. It's just the simple fact that your brokenness is superseding anything that I could do to help you. I can encourage anybody all that I want, but if you don't want it, it's going in one ear and out the other. It's like somebody blowing smoke up your ass. But when the person that's blowing smoke up your ass to stay where you at, you'll accept that. That's just the way of the world. You know what I mean? And the fact that people are expressing themselves that want to change and want to do all of this, want to improve themselves and all of that, we're ignoring them because of those deep, dark, depressive people that we're trying to pull out of the darkness. They want to stay in the darkness. Now, all we can do about that is hope that that beacon of light produces something to make you come out of that brokenness and of the dark. But there's other than that, there's nothing we can do. And I'm just a little fed up because I'm seeing this every day. I'm hearing it every day. You see it in off of social media every day because there are people really going through things. There's people losing their lives. There's people losing family members. There's people losing their homes. You got kids running around, running amok because they have no love in their life. But it's all because of a brokenness of the society that we're in today. Whether it's a broken home, whether it's whether it's a broken family, however you want to view it, there's brokenness that seems to be looming every day. Death don't have to come knocking at our doors no more. You know why? Because brokenness is in our homes. So it ain't got nothing to kill. It's enjoying the fruits of his labor. Its cousin brokenness is coming to your house. It's coming and knocking on your door. It's separating you from the love of your children and children loving their parents. It's that separation that's continue a sibling rivalry into an all out war, and it's uncontrollable, it's undeniable. Flesh is killing flesh, and our spirits is dying at the same time. Why? Because we're all broken people. We think that we can have an overflow outside in when not, and not understanding that's impossible because everything that you got comes from within you. So if you allow that brokenness to stay within you, it is darkening your storehouse. You don't have the light to pull out the gift of love. You don't have the light to pull out the gift of kindness, humility, generosity, or anything to that estate. Why? Because you're broken. You're broken. You're broken. When you understand that you're broken, you know that that's something that you should not want. You'll turn your want into a need. So you'll rather stay broken instead of healing yourself. And then when the people are sitting out there trying to heal you, you tell them, go get the fuck away from me because I like what state I'm in. Right? If you understood how many times I've seen people say, you know what, I wanna be helpful, but people are attacking me, so let me stay where the fuck I am. That shit is annoying to me. It's annoying to me because there's too many people that's in that state of mind of wanting to be broken for the rest of their fucking lives. There's families that's looking at you. You whether you have it, whether you understand it or not, you are an example. You are a leader in your proverbial families, especially when you have a child. So Mother's Day is coming. If you are broken, don't expect nobody to give you no damn Mother's Day gift. Don't expect nobody to value your motherhood when you're broken. Because if you're broken, guess what you're teaching your child? An avenue of brokenness. You can't expect nobody to accept that bullshit. Why would you accept that? And fathers are the same. We can't be you can't be broken and then tell a man, you can't tell your son, well, lead your son to the damn to the block. What the fuck are you leading your son to the block for? You broken, so sit your broken ass down and try to heal yourself because guess what you are? You're now a leader. Now you are a leader of brokenness instead of being a leader of men or a leader of women or excuse me or a leader of a family. You are a leader of victimhood and brokenness and depression and anxiety and all of this dumb shit. I don't want that role for nobody. Please understand that. I don't want that for nobody. I'd rather see you going down the road to happiness than see you on the corner being depressed. What can I do to help you? Oh man, you can give me this, you can give me this, and this. Is this gonna help you? No. Then why the fuck you want me to get that to you for? I'm not that person that wants to see you oppressed. I want to see you whole. I want to see you healed. I want you to have victory instead of victimness in your life. But then you have people that's cheering you on. Yeah, you got them yes people. Yeah, you got this shit. Why? Because they want to see you in the state that you're in now. Why? Because they want to have somebody to be better than. Listen, I want somebody to be better than me to elevate, right? Because if a better you is a better us, your elevation is gonna want me to elevate myself even more. So your brokenness is not going to do anything for you. I still will fight for you, right? And maybe that's a flaw that I need to work on. I have no problem admitting that. But the fact that there's some of you that rather say, you know what, I'd rather stay in this relationship because I don't want to lose. Guess what? You already lost. You're broken. You're lost. Whether it's a friendship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, an abusive parent, whatever it is, you broken. You losing already. Fuck the time. You losing your sanity. You're losing your life. You're losing your energy. You're losing your joy. You're losing your passion. Where is that going to get you? And like I said, and we know what happens when you in brokenness. There's a lot of things that come with that. Sexual abuse, the misuse of your body, the misunderstanding of information, so on and so forth. It takes you down a path of destruction. I don't want to see nobody in the path of destruction. That's why I come here and speak about good things, encourage things, positive things. You can be a better version of yourself. This is why I say the things like that. And now it's coming to a reality to me that some of y'all don't want to have those qualities illuminated in your life. You rather be in the darkness and deal with bullshit. That's okay, right? And like I said, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, a light is gonna come on, a switch is gonna come on and say, you know what, I can't do this shit no more. I need to be better because I'm tired of the bullshit that I'm sitting in. You rather be in a pig pen and hope somebody throws swine pearls at you. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. You is not gonna get manna out of the sky when you dealing with bullshit. You got to figure out how to develop yourself. You got to figure out what it is that you truly need. Stop turning your wants into needs and needs into want. Flip the script. It's time for us to flip the script. We don't have to be broken no more. We can be whole. You can find a Holy Spirit within you. But until then, you're just gonna have a broken spirit that disconnects you from your mind and your soul and your body. Your trinity is broken. You got to want the best version for yourself. It doesn't matter what I want. I could say I love you to a guy, and now what's the thing they do now? They're gonna say pause because they got homophobic gestures and homophobic thoughts and attributes. That's not what it is. When I tell a dude I love them, I genuinely love them. Right? I love that dude. I love that dude like he's a family member. He is familiar to me. Why? Because that's what love is supposed to bring to you. A familiarity of good and conscious, good and positive thoughts towards a person that you are claiming that love to. But instead, you got broken people. That I lust for the brokenness. You think it's love. I lust for the sex because you think it's love, but you don't even know the person that's giving it to you. And that's the thing that we have to continuously work on. So, I wasn't going to be on here too long. I just felt like I just needed to have this and get this off my chest before I let it disappear because I'm seeing too much of it. I'm seeing this, whether it's on panels, whether it's on the street corner. There's so much bullshit going on that people rather be broken than healed. I'm going to challenge whoever listens to this. Which one do you want? And whatever one you want, you strive for it. But if I'm just telling you, if it's not the way that it should be going, you're going to lose a lot more people than what you would if you were striving for the right decision in the first place. So that's the thing that I wanted to get off my chest. Shout out to everybody that came through. I don't know why I didn't make this a premiere. I just wanted to get this off my chest now, so that way I don't have to go through the day feeling broken, and now I could attend to things that are more constructive for me going forward, and not worry about the destructiveness of my thought process because I'm tired of seeing broken people wanting to remain broken and not say nothing about it. That's my voice. My voice is being used. My opinion is being said. And now with that being said, I'm gonna see you guys later. If something else pop up, there's nothing wrong with hitting the live and going live button and all of that, and it will probably happen. But until then, I will see you guys at a later time and a later day, and I will hopefully be in a better spirit because there will be better people around me than the brokenness that seems to want to surround me. So with that being said, y'all, I'm out.